Hell, my countrymen and women, this particular news went drop for our table weak everybody. Oh. The final truth when everybody defines since 10 months now don't land gidigba for ground though. WUNMi Mohbad wife don dey give word wayo narrative since. The guy when shout Mohbad don't finally come out and speak oh. And not be waiting WUNMi tell the world now the guy dey talk so. WUNMi actually said Mohbad was taken to the hospital before he kpai. My dear listeners, nothing of such. The guy kpai for in house. And those videos we all have been watching, seeing Mo lie lifeless in a car, were all acted among people in Mo house and WUNMi. Hey, my people, things really happen, oh, my countrymen and women. Let me quickly drop the audio for everyone to understand me better. But before that, if you are noticing this particular channel for the very first time, please hit on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. You can as well follow us on Facebook and join my channel membership for personal contribution. Turn on the bell icon to get notified on time whenever I drop a new video. Guys, let's go.
Osman equally made mention of the fact that the best friend to Mohbad, that is Prime Boy. He said Prime Boy said he didn't know some persons who he saw in Mohbad's house. That is Ade West and the other guy. Ade West and what was the other guy's name? The one that had swollen head, and the one that was the other guy that had a dreadlock. And that was when they now told him that they are friends to who? Darosha. Those two guys, the guy that had dreadlock and that had a swollen face, the one that was actually crying, Mohbad has spied, Mohbad has spied. Those two people, they are friends to who? To Darosha. Those were the people Prime Boy said he has never met before. But the two people Spending said he met in Mohbad's house, or they saw in Mohbad's house, he said he doesn't know them. So ordinarily, if those two people in Mohbad's house were the dreadlock guy and the one that had a swelling on his head, who is equally Darosha's friend, Spending would have met them before, would have known them before, because probably they'd be coming to Mohbad's house. Because Prime Boy made us to understand that he doesn't go to Mohbad's house all the time, because he has a wife now. He feels that the company, like I said, the relationship they strain, and so you know, when man marry, you go want like give am space, make it not come be say as a best friend now you won't come the, you know, come they separate the couple. So when he went to Mohbad's house that day that they needed to go to Ikorodu, that he saw those two people that he has never met them before. Okay, so that is what it is. Right now my mind is actually not clarifying things. If Spending said he met those people in the house, that means before they went to the show. Okay, now you know when you are talking, things comes to your mind to, you know, to correct some areas where mistakes are made. Right now, the thought that just came to me right now is that if Prime Boy has said he met those two people in Mohbad's house, it must have been that he met them before they left for the show. Ordinarily, Prime Boy did not come home with them. Am I making sense? The thought just came to me right now, because even when Bossman was saying that Prime Boy said he met two people in the house, I didn't even think about the fact that it was before they left for the show. Am I making sense? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Right now, it just occurred to me, Prime Boy must have seen those two people before they left for the show, because he did not follow them back to the house. Let me even call Bossman right now, so that when he's doing his clarification to other persons, he will understand where the story is coming from. Bossman, you know I told you there were two people in the house. When Spending said there were two people in the house, you now came up with a narrative. You said even Prime Boy said he met two people that he has never met with them before. The guy that had a swollen head and the dreadlock guy. So what now happened, I just thought of the fact that those two people was before they left for the show. It was not after, because Prime Boy did not come back to the house with them.
No. Those two guys, they never was at the station. It was during the CTC that they mentioned them. So those are the two guys that Spencer was referring as the two boys.
No, let me. OG and Ade West.
OG. Yes, those are the two.
Let me explain to you now. Okay, hold on. Those two people, you know. Yes, I'm live. Yes, because that's what we are trying to clarify right now. You know the reason why I'm telling you this. Hold on. When Prime Boy said he met two people in the house, well, you know, he didn't say two people. He said when he got to Mohbad's house, he saw those Ade West and the other guy. He has never seen them before. That was when they now said those people are Darosha's friend. So if he met those two people in the house, it was before they left for the show. That was when he met them. It was before they left for the show. So when they came back from the show, he didn't come to the house with them. So you cannot wait now, you cannot just conclude the fact that it was those two people, because even, hold on now, let me say something. I'll give you the room to talk. Even when Spendy said he met two people in the house, is Spendy now saying he does not know Darosha's friends, because Darosha and them, they live in the same house. Darosha and Spendy live in the same place with Mohbad. So he must have seen Darosha, Ade West, and the other dreadlock guy. Am I making sense? So that's what that's the thought that just came. I said, we need to clarify this.
All right. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you're watching from. This is the Bossman. Darosha does not live with them in the house.
Okay.
Darosha comes and goes. He has his own apartment. Stays with them, and sometimes he goes to his mother to his own place. Spendy comes and goes. He stays with them, but Darosha doesn't stay. So when Spendy was and the Prime Boy was locked up, they talked because they were in the same cell, and Spendy has already told Prime Boy almost everything that happened in the house. So, and they said, Prime Boy said that he did not recognize them.
Spendy
doesn't know them. And Spendy said, those guys are the uncle of Mohbad. That's the Darosha's friend. That's Darosha's friend. Yes, it's Spendy that said that those guys are Darosha's friend. Prime Boy did not them because he's just seeing them for the first time. And what we need to ask is that these people, did they follow them to the show? Yes or no? According to the name of the police called during the preliminary report, did they list these people among those people that were in the vehicle? That's what we need to find out.
No, Bossman, you are not getting the gist. Right now, we are at loggerheads, in the sense that we are coming from a different direction. My own direction, what I'm saying is this. Spendy said they met two people in the house. It's not before they left. When they came back, two people were in the house. That is what we are talking about now. So the idea of you saying Prime Boy said he doesn't know Ade West and the other Sanusi, he doesn't know them, that is a fact, because that's the first time he's seen them. But the two people that were in the house, who were they? You can't just make a conclusion that they might be Sanusi or Ade West.
The Spendy said that he met two people at the inquest.
Yes.
He mentioned that, or that it was an inquest.
When they came, they met two people in the house. Who be the two people? That was the same thing I was saying at the other everyone's auntie's platform today.
Even they met two people in the house. I don't know the two people they met in the house.
That is what I'm saying.
I presume that the two people they met in the house are the Ade West and whatever, according to the CTC.
How did they get into the house? That's what I'm saying. How did they get into the house? If they went to the show.
Now let me talk. Let us talk. Let us analyze this. According to the, if suspected they met two people in the house, according to the Jibami's testimony at the inquest, when they during the cross-examination, they asked, apart from you, the Jibami, Wunmi, and Adura, what other people, what others were in the house at that time? And he mentioned Adel West and OG. They asked them, where were they? Said they were outside, downstairs. Then I asked, when Wunmi screamed for help, who came up? He said, yes, that he came up and those guys also came up. The two guys. Because then I asked again, so at what point did you go and get help to get cab? He said he ran downstairs to get the cab, and they asked them, okay, when you ran to get the cab, what about the two other people? Okay. This was actually stated at the in the CTC.
Okay.
And they said it also came up there.
Okay.
In the city, they said, because the lawyer was measuring the two boys, what were they doing? And then Bami responded that the two boys, what's that name? He said Adel West and OG.
Okay.
And so, okay, at the point that you left with the nurse to the pharmacist to get some stuff, when you came back to the house, what happened? He said by the time he came back to the house, he saw them carrying Mohbad, and Mohbad was lifeless.
Okay.
Who were those people that Mohbad? They were asked. He said to two boys. What are the name of the two boys? He said Adel West and OG were the two girls that took Mohbad lifeless body into the vehicle.
Okay, hold on, bossman, hold on. Sorry. When they came from Ikorodu, how did those two boys get into the property?
I do not know. Maybe the very vehicle. I don't know.
Because maybe the Mohbad jammed the door because it was having problem. How did they get into the property?
Oh, see, when they were about to leave the house, they jammed the door. Mohbad broke into the house with his carpenter skills, and retrieved the key. So what we need to find out now is that the other West and OG followed them to the show. That is what we need to look for now.
Are you wait? Yes, hold on, my darling. Are you not telling us that Mohbad left two people in his house when he's leaving? You and I know it's not possible because he jammed the door. It was said that he jammed the door and they left. So at what point the two people now entered Mohbad's house?
I don't know. That's a question they need to ask and spend it. And don't mind you, we also need to get the CTC because what's Spenny said at the coroner inquest. Please do not at this point with what we've read at the CTC that we have not gotten the one of spending and prime ball yet. Do not believe everything that they came to tell us because half of what they tell us are not really cool. Okay, it's only the CTC that can tell you word for word what people say. Don't forget that until when we started reading the CTC, that's when we started reading the real thing.
You're right.
That thing. We saw that some of those people that were giving us feedback, they gave us some stuff, but they did not give us accurate things that were said. So do not dwell with ESA. You know, some people might be biased with their what they say. Some people might actually walk out of the court to go and pee and they did not hear some things that they talk about. So let us wait till the citizency comes out, and if they were able to give us the citizency of spending and prime board, it should be cool with school, because that's where they're going to give us exact word that they said. Because when those people were giving us last year, were giving us word for what they said, we find out that when we got the citizency, that they did not tell us all these things now. How come they said this? They turned it upside down. So those let us, all those people that went to Corona Inquest, coming back to give us whether they're not giving us accurate words. So I don't want us to be judgmental or let us wait till when we get the citizency, and if they're able to give us to the public, then we will come back and analyze that. So if Spending said that he met people in the house, I just concluded that the two people that he met in the house were OG and Ade West.
Yeah, he doesn't know them.
The question is, the Ade West and OG, did they follow them to the show? Did they follow them? That is what we need to look at. So he did not follow them to the show. So who brought the Ade West? Because I heard it's just funny that said that maybe Prime Boy that said Ade West and whatever are friends of
Darosha.
So I just presented the two people according to the secret, because they mentioned who are the other two people that we're talking about. They said Ade West and OG. So I just presented that those are the two people that Spending was talking about. That was just my conclusion. Because Ade West and the OG, they're actually the two people that actually put Mohbad into that bag. And OG were the one in the car. When they said Mohbad is there, Mohbad is there. OG was the one that was screaming Mohbad is dead. Ade West was the guy with the dada.
Okay. So can you reiterate what Spending told us the other time?
You want me to repeat that again on social media?
Yes, now.
Spending, he said a lot of story now. He said, you talk about that. He said that Mohbad did not actually fight with Prime Boy. That when he said Prime Boy was not there when Mohbad punched the window or something like that. Okay, and he said, okay, on their way back home, he said that we talked about what happened on the bridge. All right?
Yeah.
That they had a fight and the driver stopped twice on the bridge, on the way back home. And then the door was open on motion and then he had to safeguard the collect the baby, from that while they were fighting, and then the driver stopped, and then the driver refused to go further, and up till he was begged that they're not going to fight anymore till they got home. And when they got home and fight continued, he said, according to him, he said they had fights several times. They separated them. And then Mohbad went to his room, and then the wife went to go and meet Mohbad in his room. They were downstairs in their own room. Then, by the time they started hearing noise, that the door was locked and they couldn't get through to the door because the door was locked. And they were fighting on this side. And suddenly, they heard the voice of Mohbad. I guess Mohbad was overpowering the wife. And at the point, they heard the voice of Mohbad, and that was the last they heard. And the next thing, the wife ran out of the house to meet them. And by the time they came in, Mohbad was on the floor. And I don't want to say the other meaning. I don't want to say that on social media.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to say the meaning on the social media. But did they say that Mohbad fight? No, Mohbad did not fight because he was injured. That was what he said. That was what Spending said to us. So I believe it was the injury that made them to call the nurse. The injury that this guy sustained made them to call the nurse. So if the police are saying that they did not fight, that was a big problem. Because there was a fight in the car and there was a fight on the way back home. These people cannot. I will blame spending, and I will not blame spending because I don't think he's ready to buy. He's not ready to buy. He needs security, he needs assurance, because he needed. Can we provide him that security if we wanted to say the truth? Because he says the people behind all these things that do not even want us to know the truth. They are the personalities and power that are not even. They don't even want him to get justice. So, do you think if people want to open up, do you think we, the masses, we are able to give him that protection that he needs? That's another thing. What about if he's ready to say the truth and then they buy him? Because even now, they are showing us better by not allowing the work of the legal team to show. You saw the game they're playing. They bring the petition, they do not ask the petition. We have written the petition 2 months before the Oba wrote his own petition that they asked Baba Mohbad to come. They did the Oba petition within 24 months. While we have written a petition now, they haven't even picked anyone. It's almost a year now. They have not done forensic out of even the car. Can you now? So these are the powers that be. They've not done their job. They've not done nothing. Do you think there is no reason why they did not do forensic to the house of Mohbad? They've done it.
Beats, thank you.
10 months after the fire of Mohbad, these people refuse to do the job. So you think we are joking? You think? I mean, we think they don't know what they are doing. They try to frustrate everything. The body language of the police, of everything, of the government, they are not interested in this justice for Mohbad. It is we, the public, that decided to put all this by ourselves. So it was. I believe it was an injury. You know, I wanted to go back home. They're not good questions that. You know, James, you were like, you okay, what happened? Because there are some questions that you should ask that he did not ask them. That, okay, at what point, because that we wanted to go back in January. The reason why we did not, even with the nurse, because the nurse also said his own side of the story. She said, and I quote, she said, WUNMi trying to set me up. They tried to set me up. Who tried to set you up? And why are you saying they're trying to set you up? He said because she did not do what they said she did. Okay. And she confirmed she spoke, or Mohbad spoke with her. It's okay, what did he tell you? He said, Mohbad said, are you the nurse that we'll be waiting for? And she said, yes. I wish you to say something that before I was the notion that Mohbad died on Monday because I heard from the mother. I was one of those that actually bring it out to the social media by telling the Yogi and then the Yekudi country at that time. Until when we later were one of the people goes to the party to investigate these people, and then we heard what Spanish said and the nurse. Okay. And they just said that she only gave three injections? 2. Is it 2 injections?
Yes.
And then he doesn't know what they do there. And he said that by the time he got to the house, Mohbad was very, very weak. He said it was weak.
Okay. The same Mohbad, the brother said it was around 12 on Monday that he saw his brother last. That if anybody said they saw Mohbad, they should after then they should come and say it. So if the nurse that came on Tuesday said Mohbad spoke to her, sorry, how did that not come up? I don't understand.
Jablings.
Yes,
I don't know. According to this is what I stand for. This is my own opinion and I stand by it. According to me, I believe it of the nurse. So
another thing we should be sure of. How are we sure it was Mohbad the nurse spoke to? Because she said she doesn't even know Mohbad.
I will now tell you now. That's why I said I've done my own job. and I will stand by my own my opinion according to the report from us. How is it possible to send the that was early this year I engaged Papariano and I told him, the nurse might not be Mohbad that the nurse treated. Now this is it. The nurse at that time, she was not ready to jail. She was so scared. And she was on the set why did they set you? That from the first time, she made us know that Mohbad vomited. In fact, I will not even look into one side. She said, Mohbad vomited. What did he vomit? He vomited noodles. Mohbad ran to the bathroom to vomit noodles. So when she went to check, that was when the group response was already coming up on the body of Mohbad. And as she went to the bathroom to check what Mohbad vomited, he said, I suspected because the vomit was foamy. So what is that supposed to mean? He said, it could be poison. Oh, I said, really? That's another aspect. I told you put it this far. And I told the Lord him too. That okay. They should also look through that side as well. Only for me to be surprised that they even stated this thing that Mohbad vomited. Even when we said that he vomited. So that means what the nurse told us back then was actually right. That there was the vomit was foamy. So who cooked? They said that Russia cooked. So these are the area that they need to look into as well. So I don't know how is it possible for someone to vomit and the vomit is actually